G'day everyone. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to calculate scale when given the actual length and drawn length of a building or artifact. So we're going to be using Uluru as an example. So Uluru has a length of 3.6 kilometers, but in context of mapping, we're always going to look at it from an aerial viewpoint. So here's Uluru from an aerial viewpoint. So Uluru has a 3.6 kilometer length and a 2.4 kilometer width. So whenever we draw a map, we're going to first need to take into context how big the map is. So it's 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters. So it makes sense that our map of Uluru is going to take up maybe 2/3 of the map or so, if that is the principal object of the map. So I've made it so the units are 36 centimeters by 24 centimeters, not only because that genuinely fits the map well, but it's going to be very nice with our calculations given that the actual length is 3.6 kilometers by 2.4 kilometers. So the question that will be guiding this video is, given the actual length of Uluru of 3.6 kilometers and the drawn length of 36 centimeters that you saw in that map just then, what is the scale of the map? So you're going to get lots of different questions in this topic where you're going to need to either work out the actual length, the scale factor, and the drawn length. So for this, you need to be able to identify what is the unknown and what are the knowns. So we're going to go through these real quick and we're going to identify based on the question, what is our unknown? So let's go back to the question for a sec. So we have the actual length. So that we already have, that's a known. We're going to look at the drawn length. That's this one, that is a known. Let's look here. What is the scale of the map? So this is our question. So this is our unknown. So we're going to go down here and we're going to be looking for where scale is by itself. Here we are. Scale factor equals actual length divided by drawn length. So we're going to go ahead and solve this problem based on equation 2. So I'm going to abbreviate this equation by saying scale factor equals actual length divided by drawn length. So that's what this stands for. So we know that the actual length of Uluru is 3.6 kilometers and that the drawn length is 36 centimeters. But we can't do this equation straight away because this is not in centimeters. So we must have the same units. So given that, we need to convert them into the same unit, so we could either convert 36 centimeters into kilometers or 3.6 kilometers into centimeters. I think it makes more sense to turn 3.6 kilometers into centimeters, so let's do it. So the first step is we want to convert this into meters. So to do that, we are going to multiply by 1,000. So the way I do this is I draw a couple of zeros after my 3.6 and I'm going to move the decimal over 3 places and cross these out as I go. 1, 2, 3. So our decimal place is going to be here after 2 zeros there. So we now have that equals 3,600 meters. We now want to convert 3,600 meters into centimeters. We need to multiply that by 100. I'm going to do the exact same thing, draw some zeros on the end, and we're going to move the decimal place. So 1 place, cross it out, 2 places, and that's where it goes. So we get which is 360,000 centimeters. So we now have our actual length in centimeters. So we can now go ahead and do our equation. So just recapping, it was scale factor equals actual length divided by drawn length. So our actual length is 360,000 centimeters. So that's the actual length of Uluru. And our drawn length is 36 centimeters of Uluru on our map. So I always want you to do a logic check. So let's check this is right. So I want you to type 3.6 for 3.6 kilometers into your calculator. I want you to multiply it by 1,000 and you should get 3,600 for 3,600 meters. I want you to then multiply that by 100 to get 360,000 centimeters. So we've done our logic check. So we can now do this calculation. So we'll go 360,000 divided by 36, and our answer is 10,000. So our scale factor is 10,000. So therefore, our scale is 1 to 10,000. This means that 1 centimeter on the map represents 10,000 centimeters in real life. Now let's just do a logic check once more. Let's see what 10,000 centimeters is in meters or kilometers. So we'll go 10,000 divided by 100 to get it into meters. So that's 100 meters. And then divided by 1,000 is 0.1 kilometers. So that sounds about right. 1 centimeter represents 100 meters. So that's it, folks. So hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you for our next lesson. Thank you.